Shit.
The Last of Us Part 2 is a great game, and I am sick of people saying otherwise. If you look around Twitter, or any other social media site really, you're bound to find a lot of people saying that The Last of Us Part 2 is terrible. But they are so wrong. The most obvious reason why this is a popular opinion is because of what happens in the first hour of the game.
You don't get to rush this.
And I can understand why people feel this way. I mean, having been an avid fan of the first game, because, you know, Part 1 is cinema.
Henry, no!
Oh my god.
I remember when Part 2 was announced and I was beyond excited. I had never had such anticipation to play a game before. I had saved up what little money I had and begged my mum to get it because I was like 14.
Please.
I loaded up the game and played it through, and when I got to the infamous scene where Abby goes golfing,
Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up.
the emotions I felt was so heavy. Seeing your favourite protagonist be killed in such a disrespectful way in front of our other protagonist was haunting, but brilliantly done. What I imagine the people complaining did is simply just stop playing the game, which is a huge mistake. It's like if you stopped watching Game of Thrones when they killed Ned Stark. I am worried. It's understandably traumatic, but Game of Thrones still pops out bangers for like 6 more seasons. And The Last of Us Part 2 is consistently good after Joel's death. Great even. The themes of the second game are extremely dark and gritty, which is exactly what the Last of Us series is, and it doesn't disappoint. And the emotions that Ellie feels are incredibly well fleshed out. The anger and the sadness and repressed feelings that came from Joel's death are revealed throughout the game.
Shut the fuck up!
That being said, playing as Ellie in this game is so fucking badass.
You shoot me. The sound will have every soldier come running.
You'll still be dead.
You're gonna fucking die!
Where's Abby?
I'm fucking dead anyway. Why would I tell you anything?
Because I can make it quick. Or I can make it so much worse.
Hunting down Abby's friends one by one and leaving no survivors. I mean, not even to mention Tommy, Joel's brother, running around Seattle with a sniper and popping off heads like a terror. In fact, the nickname for him in the game is the Ghost of Seattle. So cool, man. Even the dialogue in this game is great. So much so, it feels more natural than the show.
I'm pregnant.
So we're having a baby. I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
I think I'm pregnant.
What?
Don't worry, it's not yours.
What are we supposed to do now?
Nothing. I just need to rest for a second.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How long have you known? It was late a few weeks ago.
A few weeks? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
I'm going to talk about the show in a second, I just want to put my final words in for the game. The themes of horrifying anger is wiped away when Ellie returns to the theatre and confides in Dina, when she looks back at what she did to Abby's friends.
I made her talk.
It is a really nice scene accompanied by the great graphics and lighting. Another thing I want to harp on is the amazing environments in this game. There's something so eerily beautiful about seeing Seattle overgrown with wildlife and rivers flowing in between buildings. It's a nice look at nature reclaiming its territory. Now onto another one of the more controversial things about this game, playing as Abby. The woman who killed Joel in front of you and got away with it. The thing is, you don't play her for like 2 hours and then go back to Ellie, no. You play as Abby for 10 to 14 hours of the game, the exact amount of time as Ellie. A lot of people hate this part of the game and I can understand the reasoning, but I think Abby's story is as good, if not better, than Ellie's in this game. We find out the reasoning behind her killing Joel and it's actually pretty fair. Joel having killed her father and destroying the legacy of the Fireflies. It fits in perfectly with the first game. Abby's section also has some really good content. The war between the two rivals on the island off the coast of Seattle is disturbing and just beautifully done. The whole feel of that section is like trying to run through a battle zone when both sides are trying to kill you. It's great at immersion and like just look at this scenery, man.
Over the hill.
The main topic the fans of this game talk about is whether or not Joel is a good or a bad person. And I personally think that misses the entire point of the game. The theme of The Last of Us Part 2 is that there are no good guys or bad guys, just people who make good or bad decisions. Abby teams up with their district's enemies to save and eventually befriend them. Abby's whole story is about why she killed Joel, and the lives and type of people her friends are. That you killed as Ellie are actually just regular people, no different to Ellie's friends. Nearing the end of the game, Ellie settles down with her girlfriend Dina, but has severe PTSD from Joel's death and convinces herself to track Abby down to Santa Barbara. And in the moment they meet, they don't fight. Ellie even helps Abby down from a pole and walks back to the beach with her to get on the boat to leave. And I have to say, this is my favourite part of the game that proves my point from earlier, that behind the murder and anger, that these are just people. Ellie tells Abby that she can't just leave her like this, so they fight. And when Ellie has the upper hand, she lets Abby live and lets her leave, creating one of the nicest looking scenes in the game. Choosing forgiveness over redemption breaks the cycle that these two have been living through for this entire game. It is a beautiful ending for a great game. But fuck the show. To be clear, the first season of The Last of Us was good, but my god did they butcher part 2. There is so much meaning and symbolism in the game that is wiped away in the HBO adaptation. The parallels between Ellie and Abby and their shared grief is so important to the story. Oh, but screw good writing. Speaking of the dialogue, it's horrendous, and the changes they make are genuinely irritating. Remember when I said how badass Ellie is in the game? Yeah, throw that out the window. In fact, they ruin one of my favorite scenes from the game. Okay, first off, Ellie killing Mel on accident is fucking stupid. None of what Ellie does is supposed to be an accident. And also, where is the rage, the grief, the sadness, the whole point of the game? The excuse for this is that Ellie wouldn't be capable. Fuck off. Another thing too is there's absolutely no subtlety in the show. Bella Ramsey explains every single detail instead of acting. HBO, you're lucky that you have some of the greatest shows of all time, otherwise this would not stand. Then they end the season 3 episodes early and somehow still miss incredibly important plot lines. And they really went all in on the money, considering that the 3rd season is Abby's perspective. Actually neck yourself. The 1st season, Bella did a fairly good job, and it would have been jarring changing actors, but nobody would have blamed them because I just don't see it. You were great in Game of Thrones, Bella, but stay away from the Mushroom Show. Huge part of this is because because of, what's his name? Craig Mazin. Craig Mazin has completely destroyed the story and Ellie's character. The video game The Last of Us Part 2 is great, and I think doesn't deserve anywhere near the hate that it gets. Although one thing I can't defend is them putting Joel all over the trailer for the game. I think it's great that a game that came out in the last 6 years is this brilliant. I find myself playing older games now like Max Payne or Metal Gear Solid because the newer release games aren't that great, to be honest. But if you like good story-driven games with a devastating narrative that will make you say, wow, maybe the gaming industry isn't dead, then I recommend subscribing to my channel. No bias, by the way, but I tend to find and play video games I like, and I come here to show them to you because I think they're pretty cool and unique. That's if I'll upload.
I love you. I love you, but I can't fucking stomach you.